Ravenbank School, working together. Thank you. Today's assembly is all about hope. It's been a very strange year for us all, and I think this year is going to be one of those years which we will remember for a long time. We're going to remember the times when we were sad, we're going to remember the lockdown, and we're going to remember the time when we weren't able to see our friends and family. But it's very important at the moment to have hopes and dreams for the future. I'm going to share a short video with you. In the video, a school places a chalkboard at the front gate, and the children and the teachers have to write down what hope means to them. It was quite interesting watching that, because both the children and the staff shared the same hopes and dreams. I'm now going to share a story with you. It talks about one little boy's hope for his garden. Enjoy.
A child's garden. I'll share my screen with you. A child's garden. A story of hope. The boy saw it after a night of rain. A speck of green in the rubble peeping upwards towards the sunlight. He moved some broken bricks so that nothing would fall and crush the tiny plant. He didn't know what sort of plant it was, a flower or a weed. He just knew it would struggle to survive. The boy searched around and found an old can, which held a little rainwater. He brought it to the plant. "Drink up," he whispered. "Drink up." The sun was climbing in the sky, and the boy gave the plant shade. With old sacking and wire. The boy's world was a place of ruin and rubble, ringed by a fence of barbed wire. In the hot, dry summer, the air was thick with dust. Far away, hills shimmered in the haze. The boy knew that cool streams flowed in those hills. He once wandered there with his father, but now the hills were all on the wrong side of the wire. Over the following weeks, he cared for his secret garden. Soon, the green tendrils reached the high barbed wire fence. Now the boy could tell it was a vine, grapevine. It spread along the fence and gave shade to its own tender roots, which in turn sent out more shoots. Birds and butterflies came bringing seeds and pollen on their wings. The garden grew. It was no longer a secret. Friends came to sit in its shade. And it became a playground for the children. Then, one day, soldiers came and destroyed everything. They threw the vine in a ditch on the other side of the wire. The boy thought that his heart would break. Winter came. The boy and his family shivered in their ruined home. Spring came late, but after the first night of rain, the boy noticed green shoots all along the ditch. Some seeds from his vine had survived the winter. He worried about the new shoots. He couldn't get close enough to water them. They were on the other side of the wire. Then, one evening, he saw a little girl playing by the ditch. She had a bucket and she sprinkled water on the tiny plants. Each evening she returned. The boy hoped the soldiers wouldn't notice, but they didn't seem to mind plants growing on their side of the fence. Then one day the boy saw tiny specks of green peeping from the rubble where his garden had been. "Look," he yelled, "come and see, my vine has come back." He began collecting water and once more tended his garden. Soon it reached the wire, where it became entwined. It became entwined with the green tendrils from the little girl's side. The barbed wire disappeared under leafy shade, and the new garden became home once more to birds and butterflies. Let the soldiers return, thought the boy. Roots are deep and seeds spread. One day, the fence will disappear forever. And we will be able to walk again into the hills. Thank you for listening to the story. The little boy had hope. That's what you need to have, hopes and dreams for the future. See you again.